Yo, it's South Island Brand. We back at it again for another video. And guess what? Today we have...
It's me, man. DShootupdascene live in the flesh. They finally got me out the house.
Man, like we've been trying for a minute. And I'm just glad we able to do it. You know, give your flowers, give your roses type shit, man.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, starting off, you're a photographer. How did you even get into photography?
Man, well, initially I started off like modeling like when I was young, and then it kind of transferred to like sports. So I was a basketball head all the way up until my first year of college, and then I got injured. And I was like, what else I'm gonna do with my life? You know, I spent a lot of time after that surgery just laying in bed like, where does my life go from here? How do I turn everything around? And then one day, you know, like I was on my crutches at a party taking pictures on like an iPhone, because they was like, man, flick me up, you know? And I was like, why me though? Like, you know, like, why you hand me this iPhone to, you know, take these pictures? They was like, you just got the eye for it. And I don't know, like that one little sentence just like transferred so much into my mind. Then after that, I took some classes at CSU on my sophomore year. And then after that, I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with so many art styles, so many people that I look up to that are my goals today. And just like trying to level myself with them, trying to just like be great, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I fell in love with it. I can't never fall out of love with photography, bro. It's just, it's life all in one still frame for me.
Yeah, yeah. So like with you being an athlete, was it difficult just like opening up like a new world for you?
Yeah, cause like me, I know that like my hoop dreams is always gonna be there. You know, like I might not live them out, but you know, I'm gonna keep playing ball. Like, you know, my leg is fine. Like I can get around, but having a sideline that for the camera, it still feels worth it. I still love it, and I feel like it shows people a different side of me. Like people who only know me for playing ball or for this facet of my life, they get to see like he be doing this behind and in front of the camera. Like that's crazy, and that's really important to me, because it's just like you can't never feel like you being boxed in as one thing.
No, bro.
That's really instrumental to me.
Okay, I feel you. So like, how do you feel as if people like see you? Like you say, they see that you do it in front of and behind the camera, but like when you feel like, when people look up your name, when people see you, what do you feel as if what sparks? What do you think they think about?
When they see me, I want them to just feel everything that makes them feel comfortable, makes them feel safe, but also makes them feel like they want to branch out and be more of themselves. Like with myself, bro, I felt like I didn't know what path I really wanted to go into. But I'm like, no matter which path I go, bro, I'm just let it shine, bro. I'm gonna let everything hang out. I'm gonna let you see me for who I am and never like hide that. That was something that I had to really instill in myself. So like when people see me and they see my work, they come across my page, or even if they just like see my face, see me walking somewhere, like you walk in the midst of somebody that was in your shoes, you know, like, and I'm still there, you know, like I'm just starting to get better and just believe in myself and just
for sure
really just have that grace when I walk, bro, and just having that inspiration, that touch on people, it mean the world to me, because I didn't know like where that transference of energy would really come from. If like growing up on the South Side, bro, you don't think you're gonna touch a lot of people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You pass it through with a lot of people that's on the same grind as you, because we in a predominantly red line area.
Yeah, man.
And like we gotta keep that focus, but we gotta also have that inspiration, bro. A lot of goats came from this city. A lot of goats came from these neighborhoods, bro. And we live and we know these people. We walk and talk with these people every day.
Yeah.
So it all depends, but yeah, I just want people to feel my touch and my spin over everything, and just like see that they can be great too. Like everybody can be great, bro. It's no limit to that.
Oh, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, trust me, when I came up in like the photography world, it was a decent amount of people I was looking at, but like you, Dave, like y'all was the ones I was kind of looking at for real, like.
Dave,
like,
man, shout out to other David, man. shout out Mr. OG.
Yo, bro.
He also like he played an important role in like my camera work. Him, Imari, from the city speaking.
Exactly.
Him, Imari, like, and Herb's photographer, Digital J. It's a lot of guys just from the city that, like me growing up and me watching that, and I'm like, damn, I want to have that kind of spin on my work. eventually to the point where turning it into my own makes it like that much more greater, because people be telling me they know my work before they even see me getting tagged.
Literally,
and that,
I kid you not.
I be like, how do y'all know?
Bro, I kid you not. I'm like, before I even click on this tag, I know who took these pictures, because like it's you. Like you can really differentiate whose photography it is, bro. Like you just got that touch. Like before you even told me you did see that pictures, I was gonna come to you and be like, yo, did you take these? Because I'm sitting here like, nigga, these is your pictures. I feel you. And like bringing up C-Dot, how does it feel being his like photographer?
Man, I was just having a conversation about this earlier today. Literally earlier today. And I remember like 2 years ago, I got a DM like late at night, just laying in my bed, and he like, yo, and I'm like, I'm slick losing my mind over this shit. Cause like,
it's C-Dot.
Cause it's,
like, yeah.
Bro, it's even crazy cause he was like my favorite rapper growing up. Like both my favorite rappers' names is like Cameron.
Yeah.
So like the actual Cameron, and then you got C-Dot. A lot of people don't know that that's Cam, but yeah, I got that DM and I'm just like, damn, like this probably is like something that's finna change. And I just told him like on the first interaction we shot at his house, and it was just like, as long as you see that I'm sticking with you, I'm always stick with you. Like it don't matter if you in the industry or you want to be independent. The highs and lows, I'm gonna ride with you through the highs and lows always. Bro. Like it's more to it than just a status, bro. It's about laying that line of work with the artist, and we built a good friendship off of that. Like we really good friends, you know. Like even though we got our own things going on through life, like that's one of the real homies I got in my life. You know what I'm saying? We talk about real shit all the time, and that's important, especially the people you looked up to growing up. Like being able to have these conversations, it really throw you off.
Yeah, they become your homie type shit. Like it's full circle.
Yeah, like it's crazy, bro. But it just show you never know who you gonna meet and at what point in your life.
And it's crazy because like I was putting y'all on that pedestal. I'm not gonna lie. Like coming up, I was a football player, bro. Like I wasn't in this art world. So I'm seeing that y'all the ones that's taking everybody pictures around Chicago, and I'm like, how can I put myself in that limelight? And then seeing here now, I'm like, I'm with y'all type shit. Like I fuck with y'all work, and like when people look at my work, they putting it next to y'all shit, and that's what's kind of like. And I still kind of be like, damn, I still be like doubting myself a little bit, but like just seeing how y'all move, it just make me want to go even harder type.
It is, yeah, and I really believe like it is a blueprint, but it's not. Like I lay some sort of the blueprint out, but not everything is done a specific way. Like I've seen somebody do this, I do it this way. You see me do this, you do it that way. We all building off each other,
exactly.
And that's a beautiful thing to see. Cause like coming from Chicago, bro, it's like the city hard as hell, bro. It's hard as hell to make it in Chicago before anywhere else. Like everybody else fuck with us off of our vibe and just like our feel to things, but being here, bro, you around so many like-minded people, like it's hard to really get past that little threshold. So like building that blueprint and having people younger than, older than, and people that like look up to you and actually just genuinely like you, they take that and they put their own shit together. And I never feel bad or feel like a certain way about people taking what I've done and making it better. Cause like shit, it gotta be the greatest thing that it is, you know? Yeah. Whether it's from me or somebody else. Like,
and it's like I feel like it's flattering. Like seeing somebody do something that's similar to mine. And it's one of those things where I'm never about to be mad if something is too similar, because you never know. They just got the same feeling as you, and they're doing the same thing as you. They don't mean like you hating or anything like that. And that's one thing I want to bring up too. We had the interview with Dave like 2 interviews ago, and one thing he kind of mentioned was like it being kind of like a new era of Chicago creatives. And I wanted your input on that. How do you feel as if what's the difference between like past Chicago creatives? You know how like everybody was doing their thing, and like right now, what's like how would you differentiate the two from like the old Chicago and what we got now?
Man,
when it comes to creatives,
the new thing, like I wouldn't even consider it new, but like it revolves around time.
Mm-hmm.
But with like new creatives coming about and like the older guys like myself and just like people that's been around for a while, we really accept a lot of people coming in. Like we don't know them from the can of paint, but we like, oh yeah, this young nigga right here, like he putting on, he going hard, you know what I'm saying? And I don't support that, cause like it has to be like it's gonna come to a point where we no longer are gonna be
the young niggas.
Yeah, we not gonna be the young niggas, but we also not gonna probably be here. Like we might be in a different state going crazy.
Exactly.
And expanding our horizons. But it's like the city always gotta put on for the city at one point.
Exactly.
And that passing of the torch per se is really important. But like I mean a lot of people just come out of nowhere with a camera. I'm like what the hell?
When you get, but I'ma still show love.
I love it though, bro, because it's like they seeing something in what somebody else seen that probably came into what we do.
Exactly.
So it's just like, yeah, like this, it's gonna be a long line, bro. It's just like how hoops is, bro. Like everybody want to model their game at the mic. Somebody seen Kobe model his shit at the mic.
Now they modeling at the Kobe.
You know what I'm saying?
And they keep falling down.
It's really it's something that I really love to see for just the city, bro. I ain't never like a lot of people, and that's like picking back on that. A lot of people gotta let the hate out their heart.
Man,
like I got nothing but love in my shit for everybody. Like as long as you don't come off like trying to step on my toes and be weird, like I'ma always just like open you. I'ma welcome you with open arms, bro. That's just who I am. I want everybody around me to feel safe and feel comfortable.
Exactly.
I want to have that inviting atmosphere about myself, no matter how old I get.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
And I just feel like as a photographer, you gotta make people comfortable, because the first thing I deal with when people are trying to get like to the modeling world, they're like, I'm on camera shy, or like I'm not photogenic. Everybody's photogenic. Yeah. I feel like everybody just needs to realize that they're photogenic, and there's nothing wrong with doing something new. And I just feel like when you have photographers such as yourself, it makes it easier for people to get in that world, get their foot in the door. So. Yeah. Most definitely, I can most definitely attest to that. Like you're one of the ones that people come to, and you never have like a bad rep. Yeah. Motherfuckers know that you know what you're doing and that you're gonna come correct every time.
It's several like aspects of it. Like there are like people who use the camera for the wrong reasons, and they turn out to be somebody we thought would be like just way better. Like we thought they would be better people, better holistic individuals, and I don't know if it was a facade or they just got lost along the way, but like this type of thing happens. We just gotta protect ourselves and protect like the people around us, and that is important to me because like it's aside from the camera too. Like it's in anything. Like I want everybody around me to just be like, oh yeah, D with me, you know, I'm good, bro. Like D got my back. I don't never have to worry about, you know. That's really just like that's really important to me. And then with pictures, like just taking pictures, I tell like they be like, I don't know what pose to do. I'll just tell them like, and this works every time. Interact with yourself. Like what you got on, what you wearing,
exactly.
How you feel today, like you know, and being that just finding how to be comfortable with yourself. Like it makes everything so simple like that. I think that's why I'm so kind of like it's way more easier for me to get in front of a camera now, because like. I may be this stout and firm individual, but like, bro, I definitely be shy. Like, let's just be real.
Yeah,
so like, everybody gonna be shy to a certain point, but it makes it easier just knowing that I'm me, and like whatever I do in front of this camera, like in these pictures that I'm in, like it's gonna be me. Like I don't have to worry about being anybody else or just trying to put myself in this certain frame of mind when I just know that I'm gonna do me always.
For sure, I'll fuck with that for sure, most definitely. All right, seeing how photography, I feel like photography and music go hand in hand. Yeah. A lot of people might not see that, but me as a photographer, I feel like music and photography go hand in hand. So, you know, we all do concert photography. Who is a couple artists that you feel as if you want to work with in the future?
Man, they gonna really be mind blown by this one. But the first one is Snow Allegra. She just look like she's
God, that's fire. That's fire.
She just look like she's so fun to work with, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, and her music is really calming.
Crazy.
I sit and listen and edit to Snow Allegra a lot.
I was gonna ask you what music you edit to for sure. I would never thought Snow Allegra. That's crazy.
Yeah, Snow Allegra's the first. I would always love working with probably Yachty. Yachty's fun. It's a lot of people, you know. Like in Chicago, I do want to work with her. I do want to work with people that have like that status, but like they know home, bro. They got, you know, Chicago when you see them, you know?
Yeah, they gonna look out too.
And then just like on different platforms, like with music, like just outside of Chicago, bro. I haven't got a chance to work with Cole because he's in music. But Cole knows who I am. We haven't hit that point where we work together yet. And
For sure.
that's really cool. I have worked with a Chicago GOAT, and I don't think a lot of people know that. I did get to work with Kanye over.
Yeah, we talked about
last
this.
spring.
We talked about this.
Last
Yeah,
spring.
for sure.
The whole way that it got handled, though, it was just like it was like, all right, bro. But I mean, I can say that I did. You know, like I'm not worried about where the results pop up or whatever. But
You know,
I know I did it.
on
You know what I'm
purpose.
saying? I could die happy knowing that, and that's cool. But yeah, a lot of New York and California artists, maybe some Florida artists, Texas.
For sure.
But a lot of the work that I really want to do is for like the people that I talk to and see every day, like that's in music, and I rap too. But
shout them out. Who you feel as if you want to work with? That's in your circle and that.
In my circle,
yeah.
Man,
That's what South Island bred for.
I really want to push the 500 narrative. I want to push free game. I want to push bad news. I want to push, man, my guy Icy Dance, bro. Like it's a lot of rappers that I know I'm probably like off the top of my head skipping over, but bro, working in music, it brings so much energy to you. Like you probably wouldn't even want to rap, but like being around them and seeing their process, you be like, damn, I could write a 16.
Dude, literally, like
I could write a 16.
It's funny. I've had this conversation with my boy Cam. Like literally, I wasn't no rapper. I wasn't no poet or nothing like that. But as I'm capturing him doing it, I'm taking pictures. I'm doing music video for these niggas.
Yeah.
I got 20 songs with these niggas now, and I'm sitting here like, am I a rapper too?
Bro,
like, so
when I tell you, I got so much stuff in my notes, and just I have reference tracks, but I have to just actually record it. Yeah, like when I finally drop something, y'all gonna see. And when y'all do, bro, y'all gonna be like, nah, it ain't nothing that he can't do.
Man, literally, man, that's what we need, man.
But yeah, like I really do want to push like my friends that I talk to every day that's in music, bro, because they really make me feel like, damn, like we really are talented. We really got a lot in us, and the experiences only molded us to be so much greater, you know. And we lost a few people along the way, you know, God rest their soul, but that's important too. That's why we keep pushing. That's why we keep going, bro. Like it's really a tough thing to touch upon, but like, man, I wouldn't be the creator I am today without my guy Makai, bro. Like even though we had like only a few conversations, like mentally we was always there, and that's the wizard, bro. That's the wizard. I might be the guru, but that's the wizard, bro. Always. He one of the ghosts, man. Shout out to Makai. Long live, man.
Sure, man. That's much love, bro.
Yeah.
But shit, what would you say to like an up and coming artist in Chicago, like when it comes to like photographer, painter, poet, whatever they do, like what would you say to them?
I would just try to find people in my lane, like in my what do they call it? Discipline. There we go. Yeah, discipline. I would want to find people in my discipline and just reach out to them like, hey, I want to get better. How can I do this? 'Cause a lot of people come around, they ask me, and I'm happy to get a game. They say the game is to be sold, but I'll be telling that shit for free.
Yeah,
like,
it's free game. Like
it's free game, bro. Like that's how we all progress as a whole. You can't gatekeep. Let's just be real.
For sure.
But I would always try to just like find and seek out the people that's in my field. And if it's multiple disciplines, just keep going. Like keep going to whatever else is out there and just keep reaching out. And you learn so much, bro. You just pick up on that and then you use it. It's all about applications, just like school, my nigga. And once you learn how to apply that, bro, it's hard to be where you once was. You're only gonna get better. Sure. But if you up and coming, bro, like I didn't really have nobody like teach me the game. I just kind of stayed around the people that I found a liking towards and they work. And just learn from them. I always observe a lot, so that's how I picked up. And now, like having to use my voice and shit is new for me, but I can see like, yeah, y'all, if y'all want to learn the cameraman, come to me or come to Darius. I promise you, I give you the whole nine.
Whole rundown for sure.
I ain't finna be bogus and weird, bro. We don't do that
at all.
We calm and we genuine, bro. That's just what it is.
All right, so earlier in the interview, you kind of expressed how people do photography for the wrong reasons. I kind of want you to kind of express on that. Kind of, let's get more in depth with that.
I think a lot of people pick up the camera just to make money, and I feel like it's not really like nothing bad, but it's more of a dishonest reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can pick up your camera, like if you great at what you do, don't get me wrong, and you gotta pay the bills, like do it by all means. But like, you jumping into it like, oh yeah, this is quick bucks, like, and your heart not in it, bro. It just feel like you're doing a disservice to yourself, cause like you spend a lot of time with this shit, like especially with the camera. My average day, if I gotta shoot, I gotta mentally prepare before I even step out the house. So that take like an hour or two maybe. Then you shoot, that's another hour, maybe two. Gotta get back home, that's an hour.
And you edit in once you get to the crib.
That take you, depending on how many images you want to keep and send out, that's another set of hours that you gotta put. So it's like, bro, you put in so much time and effort into this shit, bro. It's no way that you can just be doing this for only money and bullshit. Like, you gotta want to immerse yourself into that. And I feel like another problem is just like people pick the camera up for wrong reasons, just to get closer to like said men or said women that they find interest in, and that shit is honestly scary, because you don't know who really faking it with you or not until like you with them alone, or like you with them in a certain area where you not even familiar with, let alone them.
Exactly.
And people carry these personalities from a lot of unaddressed shit in their life, but that don't mean that you project it onto the next person. That don't mean that you be weird with the girl that you find cute on Instagram. Like, that shit is never okay. Like, and that's why my number one policy for myself, bro, like, I hold myself to this, because I don't know what the next person gonna do, but I would hope that they pick up off this shit too. Everybody you with, male, female, even if they gender role is, it has a set identity that they don't want to identify as male or female, bro, you don't treat them differently. You don't be harsh with them. You don't act strange. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to be like, I accept you for what you are. Like, we not shaming nobody, bro. I don't have an appreciation for people that abuse anybody, and if you are an abuser, bro, like, I separate myself, because like, you don't have the right intentions in mind when you come to pick up a camera. Exactly. But my number one policy really is to make sure everybody is safe and comfortable around me. Like, exactly. I want you to see that my silence is just me, that I'm really transparent. I want you to be able to see me through and through for who I am. Because a lot of people just tell me I'm really genuine and real, but really I want everybody to feel safe around me. Like, because if you're not doing that, then like, what's really, whatever's really going on, bro, you're gonna project that.
Yeah, like, you're literally making the community worse as like, just projecting.
And it's almost as if we don't have a need to identify with that community. Like, I don't feel like I really identify with Chicago photography to a sense, because there are abusers that exist within this. Like, it's really, you have to fine tooth comb through to really like figure out the lane that we are in, you know? Exactly. Like, I don't have people like, oh yeah, take this body oil and put it all over yourself and be half naked. Like, that's one reason I don't even do like naked shoots at all. I don't do half naked shoots for that reason. Cause I myself feel uncomfortable, because I'm not intimidated by nobody's appearance. It's just that I don't feel comfortable with how people can channel their mind to be. Like, if you do a half naked shoot and the pictures aren't as good, you're not able to give a refund because of your policy, then they could make a rumor up about you that's not even true. And you just fucked your like, whole situation up. Exactly. And me being that overthinker that I am, bro, like, I really assess all of this shit, and that's why I don't do it. Like, I'm never intimidated by nobody's appearance. I want things to be done the honest way and genuine way. Like, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm always be an advocate, and I'm always gonna validate how somebody feels. But like, shit like that, just, it don't, like, it's a natural state, but it don't make me feel comfortable. It's just not my line of work, you know? I do portrait work, sports, concerts, etc., creative shit, but that's just not a facet I identify with. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to feel comfortable in whatever is my lane. Because I feel like I'm inviting you into my home in a sense. Like
Exactly.
And if I feel like you can't be able to chill on the couch, you know what I'm saying, in terms of me working, like if you can't be able to just like be comfortable and calm within our setting while we working, then I feel like that I did a horrible job.
Exactly.
You know? And I never wanna be that guy. I always wanna be like, yeah, that's bro, and he always make me feel good about shoots. He always do good quality work. He always make me feel like myself. Like that's important. If you can't feel like yourself around somebody, then shit, that you really have to distance yourself. And I understand that. But yeah, bro, I don't have a tolerance for abusers and people that are weird towards others in sexual ways too. Like you don't make nobody feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It don't matter how much you like them, bro. Like you gotta really take whatever that is and just address it on your own. And if you're not ready to do that, you can't be working with them.
Yeah, I feel like if you're not ready to even have that conversation with yourself, you should not be in the creative scene. Because then that puts your peers in a difficult space. Like when I first came back to Chicago, it was very hard for me to even pick up the camera because I'm thinking like a lot of shit going on, and I would be damned if somebody came out and said I was even in that like conversation. So it's one of those things. As a male photographer, I feel as if we got to start holding each other accountable too. Like really tell motherfuckers what it is. Like we don't play when it comes to that. That's just cooked.
I don't have no tolerance for that type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Cause like me, it kind of makes it a little bit more for me to understand, more so than I already did, because I'm a model too. So like I have to be in these positions where I have to pose in ways I've never posed. You know, wear shit that I've never, you know what I'm saying? Like I never wore leather pants. And I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to be uncomfortable with being comfortable within that. And like being a model, like you feel all those pressures. And the way that you're able to pull through and just be you, that's why being you is so important in these shoots. Like no matter what somebody wants you to exist within, like you always got to be you through and through. I don't have a tolerance for that type of shit though. Like we gotta start holding people accountable. Like I don't know, like I would distance myself. I get away from people that if I feel like they intentions not aligned the right way. But yeah, that shit is terrible to me. I don't find nothing like positive in that, you know? Like it's nothing to find positive in it. And you know, as a person, like a lot of people have come from like abusive backgrounds and situations, whether it's like sexual, verbal, physical, you don't have appreciation for that type of shit at all if you've been abused. And like, if you have, like, and you want to project that, that's not the way to go either, like, you know? But yeah, I never really had like a threshold for that. It's just, that's a closed door always. But yeah.
What would you say would be like your most prized like project that you've worked on?
Man, it wasn't a project, but it was a shoot that I did for Fortunes Worldwide. Shout out Cam, shout out Michaela, man. I had did that shoot, and it's on my page. I did that shoot in a little cyclorama, I guess that's what it's called, like a huge white wall.
Yeah.
And it was like vintage, but I used none but digital. And the feel I got from that, bro, it was everything to me, because I've been trying to achieve that look for so long. And once I finally got it down pat, I was just like, damn, bro, like I don't think it's nothing that I could top over that right now.
I feel you.
Cause we put so much into it, bro, and it's just like everything was so cohesive in the moment, even though we was on such a strict timestamp.
That's when the best art comes.
And I had like 15 people that I was trying to shoot and manage, so I'm like, shit. But it all worked out. Everything went perfect, and I'm happy as hell. I just got to work and build chemistry with people I do and don't know under one roof with everybody. So that's one of my favorite projects. Besides the blue one, I do got one coming out that kind of just tells a story about the south, like the South Side, but it sheds a light on like our violence, like, and it's not to like promote or enhance, nothing like that. It's just we gotta pay attention to this, bro, because I kind of get tired of living in Chicago and having to be feeling like I'm in a survivor's mindset. Like, I understand that's like it's a norm because like it's dangerous sometimes, but like we shouldn't feel like we animals in a jungle, bro. Like, for real. I think we should go out, like we should be able to go outside and not have to worry about, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it back home.
Yeah.
I don't know if like my mom's worried about me, like to where I gotta be here or there. Like that, I feel like I want to shed light on that because like it's an ongoing problem, but I just don't want it to be attached to Chicago so much because our city's so beautiful, and like the violence is just one thing, but it ain't detrimental to the city of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way that these said leaders carry their actions out, and it affects the residents, bro. The residents of this city. The residents of the city make the city before the officials ever do. I'm gonna be real. Like, we make Chicago, Chicago, bro. Like, you ain't never heard of no mayor making mild sauce. Like, be for real. You ain't never heard of that. Like, it's things like that that make us, man. And that's really important. I think that's why I want to do this project and just show like it ain't always the answer. It's beauty in our rust, you know. And we just gotta show it the right way. We gotta be able to have fun and be able to have times like we used to. I don't see no kids outside playing no more. I got nieces and nephews under the age of 10. They on tablets, bro.
Yeah, they glued to that.
Just because they can't be outside because it's so, you know, like that ain't no way to live. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that we have growing up that it feel like it's a luxury to us now that you see kids younger than us not doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with the whole thing of not being able to go outside, one huge thing I kind of dealt with my parents was when the riots happened. And I took it upon myself to like come to them and be like, as an artist, as a photographer, I felt as if I needed to be out there, right?
Yeah.
So how did you feel as if COVID and like just the riots that was going on, how did that reflect on your artwork, or what headspace were you in with your art when it came to that?
Bro, I thought it was the end of me. I really did. I thought it was just like the end of what I had built for a year and a half at that point. And I'm like, damn, like this can't be the end of like my story that I'm trying to tell. But I'm grateful for the pandemic at the same time. I'm grateful for that lockdown because like I was sick. I had caught COVID. And it was weird though, cause like I didn't go outside to catch it. Like it was brought to me, so I'm just like, damn. Like it really kind of sat me down and just made me think. And now like I still have some ongoing like effects that still happen. Like it's hard for me to, you know, it made me feel like I got asthma sometimes, but I don't know what that is. But aside from the health aspect of COVID, I'm grateful for the lockdown because like it gave me a time for me to just like be alone and be in my head, you know what I'm saying? Feel them uncomfortable thoughts I've probably been running away from for so long. And just being able to like resolve them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people they take these problems and they put them on their back and they keep going, but like you gotta address them at some point, otherwise you're gonna spiral out. And especially if you're creative, bro, if you're creative, you know how overthinking works. You think about everything in so many alternative scenarios other than the straight way through, and it's important to kind of address them issues that you have, and the lockdown was a perfect time for that for me. And I kind of got a set idea on what I was going to become as soon as I got out of the pandemic, and I picked up some things that I'm grateful for while I was there. I taught myself how to sew. That was it was pretty cool for me because I'm like, I don't know nothing about this. I'm scared to get stabbed with the little needle.
The needle.
Around.
Yeah.
But I made some pants and gave them to my niece. Made some stack pants out of a Walmart blanket.
No, that's hard. Niece, that's hard. Well, shit. Talk more about your clothes too. Like,
oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Come on, that's something huge. You had. I'm not gonna lie. You was thinking this shit I would have never thought about.
It's really like, it's all about your vision. Just having a set idea on what you want your clothes to be. Mine's a dive between streetwear, like it is a streetwear, you know what I'm saying? But eventually I want it to be a runway thing, like where it's like modern, formal fashion. But for right now, like the streetwear, it really is me tying all of my experiences, my favorite movies, just like my interests all into one. And people like sharing them interests and what I like and like my experiences, they being able to understand that mixed in with art, put on clothes, that's basically what it is. And like they like that. Like one of my, they say it went platinum in the hood, but the Kingpin hoodie, man.
Nigga,
y'all know what the Kingpin hoodie is, bro.
I'm so shitty I ain't got that, bro.
And you know, I'm definitely re-releasing that hoodie, in the original colorway as well as some other colorways. And I got my friend Chris to model it. Shout out Chris Kingpin. I got him to model it because it was very fitting for him. And that just being like a bunch of my ideas, like I mix Scarface, I mix Denver, and I mix just like sports cars all into one. That's how Kingpin came out. Of course with Snowfall, but you know, we ain't gonna talk about that. But it's just like, it's a bunch of stuff that ties in. That's how I come up with these ideas. They ask me like, how do you be coming up with this shit, bro? I just be thinking, I be like, I'm gonna pull this from here, pull this from here, and put this shit together. And it's gonna come out, however, with a little bit of color. Yeah. And that's how the brand is. And now I'm just diving into like what it is, what the brand empowers. Like I want everybody to feel like they them when they got that on, bro. Like I'm him or she's her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all that one when y'all put it on, and that's really what it embodies. And I feel like now I want to dive into so many more things because now I see it's gotten to a different type of scale. Like C-Dot has a jacket of mine, you know, like people wearing my stuff and they tagging me in it. It's just like they send it to me. It's floating around like that. That shit make me smile, bro. Cause like the younger me, like Lil Dave, bro, the younger me always like, man, how do you do all this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did we go from graphic design in 7th grade to like getting our favorite rappers in jackets? Yeah. And it's just like the younger me would be so proud, bro. Like that's really what I be doing it for too. Like a lot of people should really do it for the younger them. Be the person that you needed a long time ago. And that's who I need. Like I had a bigger brother. I had an older brother, but like he wasn't gonna be that for me the whole time, bro. Like he was only there in certain aspects. I wanted to grow up so bad, but like me growing up how I grew up, it was really important because I found interest in myself and the many things that I do. And it's like I never saw this coming at age 7. You know, like I never knew, and that. Like me doing that, impressing the younger me, bro, he gonna be like, oh yeah, you turned. Like you really the big brother I was looking for, you know? And, you know, being able to be that big brother for other people, like being that mentor for other people who lost somebody in their life, you know, me stepping in, just like embracing them with just straight love in my heart. That was another thing, like, bro, like I know some people that they lost their older brother, and I was like, you know, like, you don't have to lose a brother. You know that they might be gone, but you know they ain't completely gone. They still with you through spirit. For sure. And in the physical, I'm gonna make sure that I compensate for them not being there. That's really important. It don't matter if we blood or not. Taking on that role and just adding that into my life is something like that was really instrumental to me. And it made me feel like being that person, and it's just like, it's really cool just seeing myself transform in front of everybody, in front of myself too. My mom would be so proud. She'd be showing out her coworkers and shit. Yeah, she should. Come on now, like, shout out to mama. Man. Like saying, like, man, shout out Shishi Renee, man. Come on, man. You already know. But yes, having your parents do that, bro, is really important. Especially like growing up, you try to impress your parents the most. And like me doing what I do is something that she didn't make me do, or she didn't like recommend me doing. Like I'm just doing this on my own, and she finding me being successful in it. That means so much to me. And yeah, that's really all I could spill on it, you know.
Oh, that's really important. Like you decided to take the camera on your own. Yeah. Like I would have never thought about that. Like really finding something that you do and it not being forced on you, and like you taking it as far as you've taken it, and it's not even, nigga, it's not even the beginning. Like yeah,
the ball just rolling. The ball is just rolling. Just started, everybody feel like they hit that point, bro. The ball is just starting to roll.
Exactly.
And and also just challenging yourself. Like that's important too. A lot of times, like you want to see yourself where you want to be, but you don't think that you got what you need to be there. But just like put yourself there anyway, because you don't never know what's gonna happen along the lines of you getting the gear that you need, or you being in that creative mindset that you've been searching for out of nowhere. You could wake up one day and just have it. It's like that.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of. That's how a lot of people got started, bro. It's just I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go do some shit, and
Exactly.
it turned into a full-time thing, and that's like damn. All it takes is one thought, one idea
I
to
feel
spark
you,
that
man.
bulb, man.
For sure. And like when it come to you, like you said, they handed you an iPhone. Like half of the time, a lot of people see it before you even see it. Like they was like, man, you got the eye for it. And you like, what the fuck is you talking about?
A busted up iPhone 6.
Like, but hey, you might have did some magic on the iPhone. So it's just one of those things where, like, and that's where one thing it took me a while to realize, like, nigga, you do not need all this equipment for, like, bro, people would never think that I've done a whole music video on CapCut, bro. I don't even have like where I'm at now, I still don't got Premiere Pro. I don't got shit like that. I'm still using certain things that I know that's gonna work every time. So one thing I try to express to artists that's coming up, nigga, you don't need, nigga, you can do, as long as you got an iPhone, you can do YouTube. As long as you got this shit, you got an Android, you can do some shit too.
Everybody's favorite YouTuber started out with either like a webcam on top of their little desktop or an iPhone, bro. And like Apple has made it so easy to photograph. Like anybody could really pull their phone out and become the best photographer because of portrait mode, because of knowing what 1.8 and like these shutter speeds, high dynamic range images are. Like they make it so easy, and I feel like it's a way to introduce you, but you know, you're gonna learn everything down the line if you really want to take it serious.
Exactly.
The mechanics and everything, the fundamentals, all that shit plays a role. And I feel like, yeah, you don't need nothing, bro. It's a lot of people achieving dreams right now, like 6-figure dreams with a Canon Rebel. So
T6,
like,
man.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about where you lay that groundwork and how far it gets you, how you choose to follow that path.
Oh, bro. All right, seeing that you one of them ones in the art community, or just the creative community, I want to know your top 5. Like I want to know who you got your eyes on right now.
Top 5 across all platforms, man. All art platforms. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, I want to give grace to them because like they all play an important role in my life to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really like without them, bro, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Like they all taught me and showed me like I can be that person. I can be better than what I'm seeing right now. Like just down the line, I could be more. And I feel like with them, bro, they poured into me, I poured back into them. And it's been an overflow of like just love and gratitude. But to start off, I'll start off with rap. And so I got like 2 slots for that. So we gonna give love to one, Free Game 500, man. 500 and Stu, man, y'all tear it up, bro. Y'all the reason I'm writing and rapping now. Like just being real. And then my other homie, he pushed me every day because he creative now. He behind the camera too, and it's just like seeing that kind of carryover, even though he been doing this before I have. It's crazy, but man, I gotta give a shout out to my man Icy Bands, aka Mr. Icy Stu, aka Mr. Nah, I ain't even gonna say that last name, but he a real goat, man, and like I really appreciate him because he pushes me to be better. He always affirms me of who I am, and that's like that means everything to me. And then heading more so into music, man, my brother always, since I was like 17, 18 years old, Preem, bro. I ain't gonna call him by his real name because he can be like he gonna text me like, nigga, why you say my real name?
I don't even know his real name. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out my brother Preem, man. I always got you, bro. I'm really his security guard on the side too. everywhere he go, he be knowing I'm right there behind him, bro. It's just like it's real. So shout out my boy Preem. That's 3. Diving into art, I feel like these 2, they really they enable me to be like that on an art level, like just not even just photos, but like they push me to do stuff outside of like pictures. So like they make me focus on graphics They support me with like my 3D skills, even though I'm rusty as hell. But Isis Galleria, she paved the way, and like she say I'm the reason she started painting, but whatever. Like we know you got that shit for real, man. I always want to give you your flowers, you know, and you do a lot, bro. You set a different lane, because it's not a lot of painters that expand their canvas to a third dimension, and that within itself is that's groundbreaking. Like I still can't think of a lot of people I can't think of damn near nobody that do that shit, you know. So gratitude and grace to you. And then lastly, my brother, man, I just was with him a couple days ago, Imari, also known as Not Imari. So Imari, man, I seen him just like become much more greater, but that's my brother, man. Like I'm so happy to just be around and be watching somebody that I'm growing with, you know, like just seeing how we taking over the world, how we getting to be in front of all these important figures. And that shit a full circle moment, because we talked about this. Like we would literally, that All-Star weekend we had in Chicago, also known as the funnest weekend I ever had in my life in Chicago in the cold. We literally went around just soaking up what was going on downtown and just meeting all these people, taking pictures of people, like taking pictures of Polo G and Ben, like by Gunna, Davies, Cal Coop. Like, bro, that was something, bro. And it was so fun. It felt like summertime, but with snow outside. It was so crazy to me. But like that's like one of my closer brothers, man. Like we really be taking over the world, and we still be in Chicago. No matter where we go, we still do our due diligence. But yeah, shout out them 5, man. Y'all really make me push myself even more. Like y'all really, like I'll see something y'all doing, I'll be like, yeah, like that just made me want to go shoot something. Like just, it don't matter, like, but that made me want to go design some clothes. Like that shit is important. Like I love that shit, because I don't always have that spark of like inspiration out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't a lot of things that make me want to go over and just go do that. Like Pharrell and them, like the people that do this shit for real, like full time, and they creative directors, that is cool. But having somebody I can talk to and like grasp how they really feel, that make me want to just do it even more, because like these people I talk to every day, you know, these people I work with, like me and 500, bro, we be working on a boat like in the summertime, but it's really beautiful. And like just building that chemistry aside from our disciplines and our focuses, that makes it so much more better for me. But yeah, those are my 5. Shout out y'all. I love y'all, man.
And then lastly, what's next for DShootupdascene, man? Like what's next? What you got cooking up, man? What can we see for the next 2023? What's going on?
Expect a lot of raps, because I know y'all not looking towards that, but expect me rapping, I guess.
For sure.
Expect a lot more of them concept shoots that I used to do. I took a break from it just to like focus on getting my mechanics down. But now I feel like I got that back, and I can create more, and I'm learning the look I want to go for. So expect a lot of more concept shoots that tell stories, bro. That's what is important. Like Southside Angels, I'm gonna continue that series. Only dropped like 1 from that, which is blue. But we're gonna go through the whole color spectrum. So red, yellow, orange, green, purple. We're gonna go through the whole thing. But except you definitely have to expect that from me. Y'all gotta hold me accountable too. Cause I'll be
yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you how it is, bro.
Yeah, hold me accountable, cause I'll be jumping in and out.
For sure.
Short films.
Hell yeah, you already seen what I've been on.
And once I seen you do that, I was like, why am I waiting around? When he took it and he put it out there, bro, and you know, and everybody, they loved it. And I'm just like, bro, I'm overthinking this. It don't gotta be perfect, it just gotta be done.
Goodbye, 500. 500. Yeah. Ay, my afterlife prepared to celebration. Ay, they know who get all that shit going without no hesitation. Ay, my uncle sleep with big ass guns, he call it meditate.